Yes, on this week's video, we're looking at all the loans and all the out-of-contract players for Sheffield United and asking our team here what should happen with each of them. Thank you very much for joining us. Do drop us a quick subscribe and a quick like if you've just come in across the channel. Now, my name's Mark. As a neutral, we talk to all 24 clubs across the Championship each week and preview and review all their games. We've got the impressive Connor and Shaxs back with us to talk this week about what happens in the summer. Let's jump straight into it, fellas, shall we? We have got a significant number of discussions and decisions to make here, some of which may already be had. Let's jump straight into the non-loan players first, Connor, if that's all right. Now, this is Transfer Market say this. It might be out of date, but so jump in straight away if it is. But Rhian Brewster and Jack Robinson reportedly out of contract in the summer. Connor, what should happen with both, please?
Well, if you'd asked me a few weeks ago, I'd have probably said no. I wouldn't have been asked about getting Rhian Brewster one, but after Quentin called, you can't. And to be honest, they've already in talks apparently about getting him a new deal. So I think it was going to happen anyway. But now he scored that 100%. He's got to have one. For me, Robinson, especially if we're getting promoted, get rid of him. Yeah, I don't think he's not good enough at Premier League, and it's about time we moved on from him. Got someone in bigger, stronger, faster that can deal with more athletic players in Premier League if we get there. But yeah, for me, I'll get rid.
Okay. Now we're going to assume you've been promoted, okay? And I mean, chances are it's likely to happen given what we've seen in the last 33 weeks. So, Shaxs, let's take the top three there: brereton-diaz, Alfie Gilchrist, and Harry Clark. Talk to me about your thoughts on their performances and whether they merit, a permanent offer.
I think brereton-diaz has got like a bit of a thing going with club now. He seems to be settled here. He seems to be happy here. So I'd sign brereton-diaz. Other two, I'm not quite sure they're good enough for Championship, to be honest. I mean, Gilchrist is not a bad defender, but I believe he might be a bit more a centre half, and I just don't think he's good enough. And Harry Clark is he's all right, but we don't want to be spending money on either of them, I would say. So brereton-diaz I'd keep, Gilchrist and Clark not for me.
Okay. Connor, you get Choudhury, Rob Holding, and Raksaki then, please.
Rob Holding, really, really impressed every time I've seen him play this season. He's got a lot of Premier League experience, a lot of games with Arsenal at the highest level. So for me, 100%, I think it's sort of a no-brainer. I don't think it'd be a lot of money as well. Hamza Choudhury, I think that sort of depends. Leicester obviously look like they're probably going to go down. They may want to keep him. For me, I'd personally take him if we can get him. Again, I don't think it'd be a lot of money. Raksaki is a bit 50-50 with me because some games he's looked really impressive, like the Luton game at home when he scored twice and a few other performances. But on the whole, it sort of disappointed me, to be honest, and it's very unlikely. I think Palace would let him go. They rate him really highly. I think it'd be a lot of money to get hold of him, and I just don't think I'd want to. It may be different in Premier League, like you say. It's a different type of football from Championship, but I wouldn't risk it personally.
Shaxs, what's your thoughts on Raksaki? Cheers, Connor.
I'm same. I'm 50-50, but I think that I would be willing to give him the risk because I think that at 21-year-old, there's not many at 21 that are available. Like your top clubs, you've got your 20 right wingers in Premier League. We're not signing any of them. So then you're in your next best bracket, and I think Raksaki fits into that. And then we're going to need to keep some players. Obviously, we've got a lot that's going to go missing. But depending on the money, like Connor said, I mean, I heard all sorts of things like that Leeds offered 20 million or whatever, and Palace said no. I don't think he's a 25 million pound player, no. But at right money, I think he could be a decent addition. But again, like Connor says, I'm 50-50. I'm probably leaning towards I would like to sign him. I do think he's got a lot of good attributes. He's young, he's exciting, he gets people off the seats, he's direct. In Premier League, where he's got probably a bit more time on ball, they tend to stand off a bit more in Premier League rather than you bang, let's be having you put you in standing Championship type of defending. I think he might look better at that. But again, it all goes down to money, what they want, and what we've got to spend.
Okay. Cheers for that, both of you. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on that. We're looking ahead to Coventry, of course, Friday night. We're looking forward to this one. Had a bit of spice, of course, in the reverse fixture, 2-2 at the CBS Connor when Anel got sent off for a red card in the first half, didn't he? Following a bit of a wind-up from Bassett, who hasn't really featured for Coventry much since then. I don't think he's going to be brought onto the pitch at Bramall Lane. Connor, probably your toughest fixture left, would you agree?
Well, other than Burnley.
Burnley,
yeah. Other than Burnley, definitely. The way I was really surprised when I saw Lampard were going there. I thought they're definitely going down. Where he's performed at other clubs, but he's really impressed there. They got a few decent signings in, and then they've just progressed ever since. And I think it's maybe 9 wins in 10, something like that. They're absolutely flying. So if we can overcome them, the rest of the home games look pretty decent. But like you say, you never know.
Okay, all right. We're going to be chatting about that result, of course, here next week with the full team as well. So join us for that. Thank you very much for joining us this week on this shorter edition with no football to talk about. Enjoy the international break, what's left of it, and we'll see you, of course, in 7 days' time when we'll look back at the Coventry result. Have a good one.